Welcome back to my channel. It's Chidima Favor. If it's the first time of coming across my channel, thank you so much. Please subscribe. It's a new channel. Help us grow. Okay, thank you so much and a happy new month. This month must favor all of us. We're going to make this beautiful short nika with an Ankara fabric, or you can use any fabric of your choice. Okay, all right. And this shirt, if you want me to make a video on how to make a shirt, detailed tutorial of how to make a shirt, please just put it on the comment section. I will oblige the video by God's grace. Okay, and I also have a detailed tutorial on how to make shirt collar, easiest method to make a shirt collar, and also a nika pocket. Just check the video. All right, let's go over to today's class. First, I'm going to draw a savage line. This fabric is to be folded into 2, not 4. You know, gown is 4, skirt is 4, but trouser is just 2. Okay, now I want to make a mark of half inch. Half inch. I'll just draw a straight line. The reason for this half inch is to guide all our measurement. All right, I already have a line drawn out. All our measurement is going to start from that line. All right, I'm removing 1.5 inch. The reason for waistband, okay, instead of 2 inches, I'm removing 1.5, so that at the end of stitching your waistband you will have 2 inches at the end of the day. Okay, you have removed 2 inches. Okay, I'm coming down to my crouch. How do you get your crouch? Your crouch is your hip divided by 4. That is the easiest way to get it. Just get the circumference of your client's hip, divide it by 4. That is her crouch. Okay, from the crouch point I'm coming up by 2.5 inch. 2.5 inch. With the 2.5 inch, that is your hip measurement. Okay, you know, if it's to be gown or skirt, you will just do either 8 or 9, presumably 9. Okay, but here in trouser, this is the best way to get it. Okay, on that crouch line I'm going to divide my thighs, that's your lap, divided by 2. Remember that your thighs is to be divided by 2. Okay, then you add half an inch sewing allowance. Mine is 13.5. I added half inches, making it 14. All right, on that crouch and on your hip, you take your hip measurements. On your crouch line, your hip line, and your waistline, just take your hip measurement. Whatever your hip measurement is what you're going to take. All right, remember that your hip is to be divided by 4. The only thing you divide by 2 is your thighs and your sleeve roundness. Okay, removing 1.5, I want to take the actual measurement of the trouser, or the nika, sorry, or the nika I'm working with. Okay, mine is 20. Yours can be shorter or longer. Then add some inches for the hemming allowance. Okay, you can use 2 inches to 3 inches, but myself, I prefer to use 3 inches when I'm working with nika, so I will have the edge bold. I always want the hem side to be a bit bold. I don't like it being tiny. Okay, but use what works perfectly for you. 2 inches is fine, 3 inches is fine, 2.5 is also fine. Okay, now let's go into the work. All right, you can see the place I'm touching. I hope you understand. You just create a curve to meet that hip line you've drawn, that vertical hip line you've drawn, right? You see what I did? If you don't understand, I'm sure you saw what I did. That is your crouch. Okay, just to get your crouch measurement, that's your front crouch. What I have on my crouch, I'll divide by 2. What I have is 14. Like I said, my hip was 13.5. I added half an inch for sewing allowance. Then 7, you mark it, and at the hem you also mark 7. Okay, on your crouch you mark what you have. On the hem side you also mark what you have and connect a straight line. Every other measurement we're going to have, we're going to divide it on the both sides of this line we have drawn out. Okay, on that hem side, the circumference of the person's nail, okay, if the circumference of the person's nail is 20 divided by 2 is 10 divided by 2 is 5. That is what you are marking. Now you mark 5 on this side and mark 5 on the other side. With this you have a balanced nika or trouser. Then you use your ruler and connect all your markings. Please try this method. You will never have your customer complaining your nika shifted one side or the nika is not sitting properly. Never. Try this method and give me your take on it on our comment section. Just drop your take on it on the comment section. With this method you can never go wrong. I'm telling you with my full chest. Is what I've tried on my clients and it's working perfectly well. Go ahead and take your waist measurement divided by 4. Remember, the hip is divided by 4. The waist circumference is also divided by 4. Okay, use your curve ruler and just mark it in, join it to that line, to that hip line you created as your guide. You see the reason why we made that line, it guides every other measurement we are going to make. Now on the center front, remove 1.5 inch. On the center front, you see what I'm doing, just remove 1.5 inch because you don't want it to be bulging out at the front at the end of the day. Remember, this is a female nika. Okay, connect it to that end. You see what I did? From there you connect it to that your actual line, that's your guideline. Okay, to remove every form of bulging out when you are wearing the trouser, okay, or the nika. Cut it out. All right, after this just go ahead and cut it out. Don't cut that 1.5. You see what I'm showing you? Just cut it this way. I'll tell you when to cut the 1.5. You're going to see when you're supposed to cut it. Please, if you're watching up to this time, please subscribe. It's totally free. All right, help us grow. All right, I'm done cutting. I've laid my fabric on a fresh one for the back bodies. Okay, we are going to sew the back bodies. The back is very simple, so simple. And make sure at the upper part you have at least 1 inch, or the upper part of that's your waist area, make sure you have up to 1 inch upward. Okay, I'm just connecting all the lines out, just tracing them out, so we'll have a straight line to work with. On your crouch line, come out with 2.5 inch. You can use 3, you can use 2.5, or I used 2.5. I'm comfortable with that. On the other part of the cloth, just add 2 inches. You notice that at the front we did not add any sewing allowance. All the allowances are to be added at the back bodies, because actually it's the back that is carrying most of the load. You have your butt at the back. Okay, at your hip, your waist area, take your measurement from the end. I'm sure you see what I'm doing. From the other end, mark it down and add 3 inches. 3 inches is what I use. You can use more than that, but 3 inches is perfect. On the waistline, come up with 1 inch. 1 inch. Now connect it back to the waistline with a slanted curve. Just connect it back. The reason for coming up by 1 inch is because you have your butt at the back. Okay, this line I just want to make it straight so that I can create my back crouch. Nothing serious. All right, just make it straight and connect your back crouch, so you just have your back crouch. That's all. You see, this is very easy, so simple. With this method, bet me your customers will never ever complain. I beat my chest to tell you this is what I've tried. If you watch my tutorial on how to make trouser, you notice that I also use the same method to sew my trouser. You will never ever go wrong, I'm telling you. All right, I've cut everything out. You can see how neat it's looking. Just look at it, it's giving what it should give. Now you can now remove that 1.5 inch you marked at the upper part. This is the right time to remove it. You don't need it. You see, I'm cutting it out. Just cut it out, you don't need it anymore. I have a detailed tutorial on how to cut a trouser pocket. I have a detailed tutorial on my channel. Just go ahead and do that. Okay, I've added my pocket here. I've also sewed the front crouch. You see, I have a detailed tutorial, very easy. You can check it out on my channel. It's very easy. Okay, look at the back bodies. I've not done anything to that. It's still separate. First, go ahead and sew your crouch together. Okay, right side facing right side. Just go ahead and sew it. Yeah, sew it to the end. Okay, my people, I'm done sewing that. You can see the stitch, very neat. If you have an interlocking machine, please use that. You know, this is an Ankara and it's a small one. Okay, if you have an interlocking machine, just go ahead and lock it. Now I want to take my dart measurement, because the back is going to have that, but the front is not going to have any dart because of the pocket. But if your back is not going to have any pocket, please put your dart. Sorry, if your front is not going to have any pocket, please just add the dart for more fittings. Okay, please, if you're watching up to this moment, please help us subscribe. It's a new channel. Let's grow together. Okay, let's do this together. All right, once you are done sewing your dart, okay, once you are done sewing your dart, go ahead and join. You'll notice that the back part is bigger, way bigger than the front. Don't mind, just sew it 1.5 inch round or 1 inch. Just sew it. Please come to my comment section and tell me how the fitting was on your customer, on your client. Please, I want to know. All right, please, I want to know. Your comments are also source of encouragement to me. Okay, you can see I've sewn it. Okay, I've sewn it. All right, this clothes is not for someone within my area. It's not for someone around Nigeria. The clothes is actually going outside. Okay, so I'm taking my time to make it look neat and beautiful. Now you join your crouch to crouch. Please sew the other side, that is the pocket side, before your crouch side. Okay, now your crouch, sew from one end to the other end. Don't sew round, sew from each end to another end. Okay, you see I've joined it. How is this looking? It's looking so neat. I wish it's my own. I will test it. You can see the hem. I hemmed it very neat. Use your interlocking machine. You can see how the back is. Use your interlocking machine if you have. If you don't have, you can also go outside and do that. It makes your work perfectly neat. All right, this is the band. I've cut out the band with unfold. Okay, unfold. You can see it's unfold. You cut it on. Thank you so much for watching.